Brain lazy. What is it? It's a website.
Where's it .com? The cat is on the desk.
This is Lara Croft in The Guardian of the Light. It's now available on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. For this particular review, we'll be focusing on the PS3 version of the game, though I suspect that action plays the same on all three platforms. It should also be noted that I played the entire game through co-op, and this video review reflects that. If you want to know what the single-player review feels like, you can head over to our site, brainlazy.com, and read the written review. First up, I'll talk about the few complaints I had with the game. If you grew up playing video games like I did, and as many games as I did, you eventually begin to see patterns in them. More or less, there are unwritten rules for creating fun games. Shigeru Miyamoto discovered that 3 times is the best number of repetition. However, I don't know who designed down plus jump equals go down. It's been like this since arcade games and many other console games. So why is it, when you're hanging from a ledge, down plus jump equals up? Apparently, the cancel button is what the game designers chose to initiate falling from a ledge. The button is rarely used throughout the game and has caused me to die on more than one occasion. I understand this is completely subjective. However, one button designated for all your vertical needs is better than 2. I think we can agree on that. This other issue has to deal with players getting stuck while sharing the same screen co-op. It only happens when you and your teammate have opposing goals, so this can be minimized if you talk with your buddy and let them know you want to go for the red skull or something. However, I assume when the online co-op gets implemented, this little rub will be eliminated. Which is also another downside. Online co-op isn't available just yet, so if you're hoping to play with your buddies online, you may need to wait a while. My last complaint is a half-hearted voice acting.
I will be waiting!
That's pretty much all that stood out to me that was negative, and I think I can prove to you that positives far outweigh the negatives. So what's cool about Lara Croft Guardian of the Light? Pretty much the entire co-op experience. Something that should be very apparent is the Smash TV gameplay style. Not only did they give you a couple of weapons, they gave a crap load of weapons to earn and unlock. Radio-controlled bombs that you have an infinite supply of, and power-up artifacts and relics that enhance your speed, defense, or weapon damage. Now, how do they mix the puzzle platforming of Lara with Smash TV? They separated abilities between you and your partner. Lara has a grappling hook which you can use to grab onto Totek, scale walls, and grab hidden items. Grab far-off hooks so Totek can walk across the gap. And also the occasional save from falling to your death. Totek is given a shield with which he can reflect or block missile attacks, or he can position the shield above his head so you can jump to out-of-reach platforms. Later on in the game, the puzzles slowly start to ramp up in difficulty. Gameplay is obviously the most important part of any game, and all of the mechanics in the Guardian of the Light are locked down. Not only is the gameplay solid, but they also keep things fresh with every playthrough by giving numerous unique challenges and switching up any behavior and defeat tactics. Like the skeleton needs to be exploded when they crumble or else to continue to reanimate. I had a lot of fun playing Guardian of the Light, and everything worked perfectly on the PlayStation 3. At $15, this game is a lot of value. Standard gameplay without getting all the unlockables is around 5 hours. Add another 3 to 5 hours to unlock everything and you have yourself a really nice arcade title. I'm giving Guardian of the Light an 8.9 out of 10. As soon as they enable online play and it works well, Guardian of the Light is an easy 9.5. To recount, my complaints noted subjective button mapping, sometimes players getting stuck because of screen sharing. The big offenders were the lackluster voice acting and no online co-op. What I liked was the co-op puzzle solving, linear difficulty curve, huge amount of unlockable weapons and items, the variety in different levels, and changing obstacles from enemies. To read the written review, which touches on the single-player campaign, head over to brainlazy.com and take a gander at what Decoy Chunk has to say. Thanks for watching.